It's Get Off My Lawn with Gavin McInnes.
An alien in every way. I'm gonna take a little skin from any hand you try to give. And if you got something nice to say, I spit it right back in your face. Yeah, fuck you just because. Yeah, fuck you just because. Fuck you and them and everyone. Fuck you and them and everyone. Fuck your party, fuck your scene. Fuck your party, fuck your scene. Fuck your friends, fuck your family. Fuck your friends, fuck your family. No, I don't.
Laura Jane Grace and the Mississippi Medicals. That was Fuck You, just because. Featuring Matt Payton of Drive By Truckers, Mikey Ng of the Ergs, Paris. It's like a super group of indie kids, men, people. And where are they from? Minnesota? Given Inch Users, yet another blah, blah, blah. Led by singles All Fucked Out, a track Rolling Stone called a dusty tarpaulin of loping country punk, and the rollicking Karma Too Close. I also was going to play this song by Ailstorm, which is a Scottish pirate band. And they have a hit called Fuck You, You're a Fucking Wanker.
Oh, that's not very nice of them.
For that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pirate punk, pirate rock. I realized quite recently, pirates are just Irish.
Or Somalian.
You know, speaking of competence crisis, we had the Pajeets on the road, and now I'm seeing Somalians on the road.
Yeah, I got that too, yeah.
And it's a massive mess that I blame on Biden, but you can't just snap your fingers, as that was the running theme last week. In a country of 345 million, it's like Alexis de Tocqueville said in Democracy in America. Democracy is slow, sluggish. It's a big, giant wheel. It's a boulder. Once it gets going, you can't stop it. But getting that boulder, that 345 million boulder to go, is a bitch. So I think they're doing a good job, but it's just like deporting all these illegals, the 12 million illegals that Biden brought in. You need 10,000 a day just to get back to pre-Biden levels. So getting rid of all these Pajeets.
There's this Somalian at LAX who got...
Yeah, where did I put that in? Oh, it's 2.5.
How are you gonna be paying? How are you gonna be paying?
Can we take money?
Can I send you money?
What did he say?
Last time I see an Amazon trailer trying to make a delivery here in LAX. If you guys are familiar with the area, this is pretty much where the arrival's at. The delivery driver, who said he's from Somalia, said that the delivery is here at LAX. Well, you can see over there in the distance, that's where the arrival's at for the passengers.
The location to delivery is...
Look at. Sure. I'm the captain now.
Why'd you go this way then?
Huh?
Gammon.
Why'd you go this way?
You know the Garmin?
Garmin.
Your GPS?
The GPS, the Garmin? Yeah, it's
Just you got to go. You're not invited to America anymore. We're revoking your everything. Just like Yusef Salam. This was the front page of the New York Post today. Crime boss. Mamdani appoints a rapper who served 7 years for armed robbery as justice advisor. This guy, he wasn't just a thief. He wasn't just an armed robber. Mysone, I've never seen that name before. Mysonne. Mysone? Linen. He had a whole thing where they would rob cab drivers. So this isn't like he was desperate for drugs once and he just pointed a gun at someone and took their $40. It was like an operation. And that's why he went to jail. Boycott black murder, it says on his shirt. Okay. Are you willing to be honest about who is black murdering? Because it's not me. It's not legal gun users. And it's sure as fuck isn't cops. If you remove like a guy who just dropped his knife or a guy who's trying to kill a cop with a car, you're going to find about 7 cases a year where the guy was unarmed, black guy, white cop, and you're like, that was a little fishy. 7 out of how many hundreds of thousands of confrontations every single fucking day in this country? So he clearly means cops when he says boycott black murder. The bald, which is the bald eagle. The bird, which is the bald eagle all over again. But it's just like Yusef Salam. Exact same thing. I don't know why, but the Central Park 5 really pisses me off. It's just such a perfect example of people getting the story wrong. They confessed. They weren't coerced. They confessed before the cops knew what the fuck was going on. The first confession came unexpectedly around 10:30 p.m. Cops had just started picking up dozens of teens they were thought were out bullying people. I think it's called going wilding. And then Kevin Richardson, 14, blurts out, Antron did it. The statement relayed by a source involved in the case was puzzling. Did what? The cop asked. The murder. Remember, we thought the Central Park jogger was dead because I think you could see her fucking brains. There was blood everywhere. They should be charged with attempted murder. It's an absolute miracle that she lived. How are the police coercing a confession if they didn't even know there was a murder? Explain that to me. And this is very easy to look up. Ann Coulter's written about it extensively. This particular one is Andrea Pizer, I think. This is the earliest self-incriminating statement given by the so-called jogger. 5 young men convicted and soon to be likely cleared. So I think one of them did like 7 years. He was awarded, they were convicted in 1990. The Court of Appeals overturned it in 97. His conviction was vacated in 2002. And in 2014, he got $41 million. And now guess what his job is? I'm no longer talking about Lennon over here. I'm talking about Yusef Salam, the guy you just showed. He is, what does it say at the top? What's
He's
his role?
The chairman of the Council on Public Safety.
What a fucking made-up job that is. To chair a committee overseeing. Is there anything more meaningless?
Probably.
And now that we have cops having to report every single interaction they have, even if it's like, can you show me where the bodega is? I guess he's in charge of all that? Like, you know what it is? We call it woman porn here on the show. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube. But these stupid AI slop things, or these dumb shows like Rookie or Fire Guys, or not even Law and Order, but those other ones, SWAT, where they have this super smart woman. It's that. I think that is what's influencing all this dumb shit. Like, go look up the cop talk under woman porn. Okay? So, no, it's go to cop talk, and then woman porn is in there. And I don't know why, my 2 new favorite things are celebrities telling mundane stories and woman porn. And you guys hate both those things. And me talking about the opening song for an hour and a half. But check out, this is beyond those terrible shows. This is AI slop. And the weirdest part about this AI slop is the comments, where people are like, I can't believe police would act like this. What? How could you think that's real? Look at this.
Draws his weapon and yells loudly at a black man standing beside a pickup truck. Cop yelling, hands on your head, don't move, thug. Woman gasps, he just got here. Black man speaks slowly. You sure about this?
This
Cop
is the
rushes
only
forward,
place
still aiming
this
the gun.
boycott black murder world exists.
Description.
In
Get
fictional
down.
cartoons.
In a flash, the black man steps sideways, grabs the officer's wrist, disarms him, flips him, and slams him gently but firmly to the pavement. Gun kicked away.
All right. Look, okay,
Everyone-
enough. I can't bear it. But check the comments. Can you read some of those for me? He understood the assignment. Never judge a book by its cover. It just may cost you your job. Someone's reminded of Rebel Ridge. You never know who you're approaching, especially if there's no crime. You're talking about a cartoon. Love this. Dang, he is fine. Respectfully.
He's fine.
He's a fine drawing. This is like when nerds talk about how much Batman can bench press. I don't know, make up a number. He's a drawing. Nice work, drawings. I love this video. I'd love to see that happen down here in Pasco County. I got to meet this man. He's a drawing. Or, what's the one? Oh, maybe it's in my thing here, where he's a cop. No, he's a
Doctor.
Yeah, he's a doctor. He's not just any doctor. He's the greatest doctor in the history of doctors. Is that in my notes? Yes, it is. 2-8.
You're not allowed back here.
Okay, but this woman needs some serious...
This is hospital personnel only.
Dr. Ike Prentice.
Now, stop.
You see this woman? They were admitted...
This is Nurse Jackie. Like, this is not AI slop, and this isn't Darman. This, I think, was on HBO or some shit.
Yeah, years ago, right after The Sopranos, I think.
Yeah, this was her second career after Sopranos. Edie Falco. This was not an inconsequential show, and that fucking guy is the greatest House-like. You know the show House?
Yep.
Just a genius. He's beyond genius. But yeah, he wears some ragtag hippie clothes.
her for asthma. She's about 5 seconds away from having an MI.
1, 2. Told you.
You diagnosed that on the fly.
That's what I do now. With your permission, the woman could use a doctor.
He's not even a good actor, let alone good doctor.
You fucking kidding me?
Is there a problem, sir?
That doctor looks like a drug dealer.
Yeah, my patient looks like an asshole. Okay, if we just move on.
Those tattoos, people you killed?
They're saves.
Still want another doctor?
They're saves. Stop.
Okay, sir.
Stop. Can you believe that? Like, even if you are a racist, you're lying on a hospital bed, you're like, hi, how are you? You could, complain to your family members later, but you don't want to jinx it by insulting the guy who's there to save your fucking life. And that's a very extreme case, if there was this magical racist man. There isn't. So it's retarded on 37 levels. Are those all the people you killed? No, it's the lives I saved. It's the opposite. You think we kill people? We save lives.
Here's the drill.
Stop black murder.
Where they will.
Oh, these are just up his foot.
That was his complaint, doctor.
He was hit by a car, doctor.
God damn it, I'm going to have to save another life.
This isn't Kandahar.
Ah.
IV saline.
His blood is blue?
See if there's internal bleeding.
All right, get him an OR.
Oh, the irony of saving a racist prick's life.
What, you want him to die?
Too, but he's no different than anyone else. Even you thought I was a bum.
I'm sorry, you're not allowed back here.
Okay, but this...
Even you thought I was a bum. What a mensch, huh?
No matter the color of your skin, we all bleed blue on the inside.
Yeah, what was that? Maybe I don't know enough about medicine, but I know your blood's blue before it hits the oxygen, but why did they make his blood blue? Maybe he's a bug. Okay, last one. Cop pulls a gun on a Dominican thinking he's a Mexican. Okay, I'm close. I wonder if genetically there's even a difference. What does 23andMe say? Hispanic.
You back to class. You up against the line. Me,
hey!
I fucking Mexican kid starting fight. Okay, I'm Dominican. What the say shit like that? Get off. Back off. Put the gun away. I'll do whatever you want. Back the fuck up. He didn't do anything, man. Let him
Remember
go.
this at your high school?
There are innocent people being treated like criminals.
I'm told they were fighting.
Oh, that's bullshit.
The situation is being addressed.
Pause.
Let's get back.
Oh, that's bullshit. That really is broads in a nutshell. They were fighting, by the way. And cops don't want to come to schools unless it's worth their time. Anyway, he's the worst principal of all time.
To class. We're not going back to class.
What the
Promise
fuck?
you, we will get into this.
Fuck that.
Nice.
I understand your point without all the inappropriate language, all right? Fuck you, motherfucker.
What the?
Everyone get back to class right now, or there will be consequences.
Bring it on.
We're finally doing something. Doing what?
Standing up for Dominican abuse by the cops at our school.
What do you think you're doing?
I believe it's a walkout, sir.
Break it up.
Let me see the comments on that. Like, how could you have any possible comment besides, I cannot believe how corny this is. Who the fuck watches this slop? Why is it wrong to call a Dominican a Mexican? That's like calling me Irish. You're close. You're probably partly right, too.
1 second, there's something going on.
What happened? Sean, you got to stop killing videos before I ask you to.
That one was over. But there's just a black screen on the normal thing that I watch. But,
So wait. So it's on Apple TV, like it's a real show. Clapping, hearts, happy faces. Next. What's this? What's the name of this movie? Yeah, I got to watch it. So awesome. Principal ought get fired. OUT. And take his license away from him. I've ever been a principal somewhere else, and the security guard, he need to go let them both have together without you. What are you talking about? That's who watches it, like people with brain damage. Anyway, we got a lot of gossip going down. So Tim Pool's compound, which I've been to, got shot at the other night. And sort of like when Trump was attempted assassinated, whatever you call that, when they shot Trump, I was at my local, and there was a bunch of libs there, ordering a water while they decide what beer they're going to have, what IPA. And they were like, yeah, right. If he was really shot, why wasn't anyone else hurt? This is literally seconds after the announcement. Like it was on all the TVs, right? Well, someone got shot and died, you dumb bitch. But anyway, a lot of the reaction to Tim Pool was like, that's probably hunters. He's probably lying. I checked. There was no police reports. He's lying, huh? And I think Candace was a big part of that, accusing Tim of lying. That's a real weird lie, especially when, I don't know how much I should reveal, but he's got like his studio, his compound, like the skate park, and then there's a house, and people live there, and they live here. Like you'd have to get everyone together and say, okay, guys, I'm going to lie about being shot at. So don't any of you snitch like the moon landing. They got to get everyone remotely involved to zip it. So, no, I'm not buying it, especially with Charlie Kirk and all these other fucking murders going on. These people are unhinged. And they're popular. Luigi's a rock star. So you go to kill someone, and worst case scenario, you're a martyr and a hero, and everyone thinks you rock. So here's Tim screaming at Candace, in a sense. I don't know, seems pretty legit to me. It doesn't seem like he's lying.
Rallying young people, causing a shift in the political leanings of a generation for the first time in history, is now in dire straits. Their leader and founder murdered, and prominent pieces of human trash are trying to destroy it. It's fucking evil. So you know what? When someone pulls in front of my property and fires on it several times, I'm sitting here looking at these vile pieces of shit and thinking to myself, for what purpose will I stick my neck out if this is what happens after Charlie Kirk is killed? Candace Owens is a fucking evil scumbag. She is a degenerate cunt. She is burning everything down, and she's gloating and smiling while she does it. And you know what you fucking told me? She has no security. She doesn't fucking deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer. And all of these fucking conservatives out there that send me these fucking messages have no fucking balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these fucking messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't fucking DM me like I did something for you as you cower, as you fucking cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which he's doing to me right fucking now.
Yeah, that was the...
I'm fucking done with these people.
She has security, just not on the level of you.
Oh, yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. She doesn't give two fucking shits. No one's out for her. She's lying about all of this.
It's not uncommon. I mean, someone went to Nick Fuentes' house, and there are plenty of police reports of this, and then on the run, killed his neighbor's dogs. Trump had 2 assassination attempts, at least. Actually, there was the guy who ran on stage. Remember that?
Oh, that was the first time, right?
Yeah.
That was really early on.
Then there was shot in the ear, and then there was the psycho waiting by the golf course.
I think there was one other recently. I forget though, but yeah.
You went to her house, and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy, and she doesn't give a shit about her security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my fucking property, and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got fucking strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in. I got people showing up and beating up the residents who try to live there. How the fuck am I even supposed to sell this property? And you know, it's all lies, it's all hypocrisy, and it is for the purpose.
We get the idea. So he's pissed. I'd be pissed too if someone shot at this studio and people called me a liar. I get mad when people say my bar stories aren't true. So he's got his fucking family there. Maybe I'm saying too much here. And then also in searing hot gossip, Milo made a hell of a contention on Timcast. His contention is that several times Benny Johnson has been upstairs at the hotel horsing around with young gentlemen, post-pubescent 16-year-olds. And his wife is well aware of this, and she's blubbering into some other man's arms as he's like, I don't know, what if you're the guy that she's crying and you're like, it'll be better soon? I don't usually console married women if their husband's being a gay upstairs. Like, what do you say? It's just a phase. Now, I'm not saying this is true or false. I'm just telling you the word on the street.
We just got to jump into the Benny.
So here I am.
We have to. We got to get
So skip ahead till you get to Milo.
Build a tent rather than to pick a side over and over and over again. Jack does it. Jack does it behind closed doors and is a very effective operator, networker, and a journalist as a result of it.
What about Alex?
And he does it. I just wish Alex would tell the truth about his sexuality.
So here's a problem with all this stuff. And I'm glad to see George Santos was pardoned, by the way. I know he stole money. They let their people get away with murder, quite literally. So I want the same kind of bias for our guys, even though he's a silly queer. But Milo seems to say two things. One, there's no such thing as gay. No one is gay. And then two, everyone's gay.
Yeah.
Like Alex Jones? Really? No.
No, there's something about.
You gotta stop saying that.
Well, we haven't got
Everybody is not gay just because
in conservative media. Yes, they are.
No, stop.
Yes, they are.
Strangely, a lot of them are. Though.
No, they are.
No, but the ones who are out
Look who's talking.
I'm gay. I never said I'm not gay.
Look who's talking. Listen. One of the most distinctive things about the right wing in this country is its homosexual overtones. Benny Johnson posts pictures of his children every 2 days. It's weird. And everybody knows what went on with Benny Johnson in those lobbies and in those hotel rooms at SAS. Everybody knows.
I don't. No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Men. Younger men, not underage. At least I don't know that. His wife was crying drunk in the lobby 3 sasses in a row about how her husband was upstairs with boys.
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Come on.
Student Americans for Freedom.
Come on.
Go ask her.
Come on, Milo.
Go ask her.
Dude, she blocked me when I asked her about it. I will say.
What's she going to say? Yes. Yeah. It's one of the biggest problems with my marriage. It's my husband and his gay fornicating. We're working through it. I like what Margaret Cho says about being closeted. She goes, if you think gay is something you can learn, go suck a dick and get back to me. So that's juicy. We'll see where that goes. I assume if Benny's innocent of these allegations, he's going to sue him?
I think he already said he's going to sue him.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I had heard those ages ago, those allegations.
That Benny Johnson was a queer?
That exact thing that Milo was just saying.
Is he a queer?
About the hotel and all that.
I reckon he's a queer. Have you seen that? Harry and Paul? Look up Harry and Paul queer. At one of them, they're looking at their newspaper and they don't know that Meghan Markle is a woman, and they're going, "What about this German bloke? He looks like a queer." Well, if he looks like a queer, he acts like a queer. It's most likely a queer. And then with a big red pen, he circles Angela Merkel. Sorry, he circles Angela Merkel's head and writes queer.
Have you heard of Ian Hislop? Yes. Is he a queer? Well, he certainly looks like a queer, doesn't he?
Oh, he looks like a queer.
And I've heard him on the wireless, and he sounds like a queer.
Oh, he sounds like a queer, and he looks like a queer.
But if he sounds like a queer and looks like a queer, I should think he's probably a queer.
Probably is a queer if he looks like a queer and he sounds like a queer. Probably a queer.
Sounds like a queer, looks like a queer, it's probably a queer, yes.
Sounds like a queer, looks like a queer.
Probably a queer.
Probably is a queer.
Probably a queer. Probably a queer, yeah.
Probably a queer.
Probably a queer.
Probably a queer.
And then, I mean, the gay thing, I've heard that from about so many people. Like Nick Fuentes, they say, is gay. I remember Screwdriver. They try to mess with the Nazi skinheads who liked him by saying Ian Stewart was gay. I get called gay all the time, which is still a secret. It's easier to think of people who haven't been accused of being gay. right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Like the Proud Boys, that's the number one. Remember, Al Jorgensen did a whole video alleging that Proud Boys are a secret gay sex club. Look at fucking Putin and Trump. How many airbrushed murals have you seen of those two making out? And the funny thing about that insult is it implies that your entire existence is predicated on hating homosexuals. No one hates homosexuals. They don't register. We're not homophobic. We're homo bored. I mean, we don't want to watch their orgies, but as far as like gays floating around, they're just silly. No one has nightmares about it. You know what it might be? I have this theory. I'm thinking that I've noticed in my neighborhood, certain houses go absolutely apeshit for Halloween. And I wrote down their addresses, and I'm going to see if they do any Christmas decorations. Because if they don't, then they're probably Jewish, secular Jews, whatever, non-Christians. And there's two possibilities with that. One's good, one's bad. Here's the good possibility. We get it. Hanukkah's kind of boring. I want to go bananas on Halloween for the whole month just so the kids get a thing. Because no matter how much we try to dress up Hanukkah, it's no flying guy with a giant bag of presents. And I think Jews, it's not Jesus delivering presents. So I think Jews should embrace Santa Claus. I heard they do in L.A. They have the Christmas tree and everything. Just do it. You don't have to have a nativity scene, but let the kids have a flying guy. So that's the good possibility. The bad possibility is it's a fuck you to Christians, which is just as gay and retarded as that is a homophobia thing. So this is a kind of an out there theory, but what if these non-Christians think that we're like evangelical nut bars who hate that Halloween? Not on my watch. That's a devil's night. That's the night of the devil. You got to be really, really religious to have a beef with, again, kids going door to door. They don't even dress like monsters anymore. They dress like fucking DJ Mouse or whatever that guy is.
Dead mouse. Yeah.
Or, you know, an astronaut. It's not really the devil's night when you're dressed as an astronaut going to get candy. So either they're making October fun, or I'm wrong. There's three options. One, it's a fuck you because they think we're all evangelical nut bars who are scared of the devil. Well, we are, but we are scared of the devil, but we don't think he's lurking around every stupid children's tradition. Possibility two is we're just trying to make some kind of fun out of this because December's kind of lame. And then three is when I go check on the houses, and I'm not going to dox anyone, don't get me wrong. They're going to be covering Christmas decorations, and there'll just be people who like to celebrate holidays. I'll keep you posted on that. But also in the gossipy news, so Tim Pool blowing his top, Milo dropping, I would say, neutron bombs. Those are nuclear bombs. You repeatedly fornicate with young men. And that's the end of your career. I don't give a shit if everything's legal. It's gross, but it doesn't end you in my mind. I just go, why are you closeted? I'm annoyed by closeted gays. My uncle was a closeted gay, and I was like, why'd you bother? What was I going to do, beat you up? And then the third piece of fun was Nick Fuentes on Piers Morgan. Now, it was all theatrics, and what Piers is doing there is he's absolving himself from any racist allegations. Now, in Britain, we might get to this later on. In Britain, there's a footballer who said that this black sports commentator was just there because she checks boxes. He got 6 months. There was the guy who was arrested for pointing a gun. There was another person who was arrested for some dumb meme. And every time you look it up, you're like, that's not exactly Holocaust denial. Blacks have to go back to Africa. That's just a rude joke. And even if it was the most horrific thing you can possibly write, going to jail for saying things is just, it sticks and stones. So here's what I think is really going on here. Piers knows that Nick is the bad man. He's modern day Hitler. He's literally Hitler. Is that your phone dinging away?
No, it was happening last night. I don't know what it is. Someone maybe left their phone here or something? My phone doesn't ding.
Yeah, my phone's off.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's my
computer?
Stupid gay iPad.
Yeah, that's what I think it might be.
Yes, it is, bro. Watch this. Wait. Yeah, I'll just turn the volume off. So what I'll do to cover my ass is I'll just bring him over here, put him up in the whipping post, the stocks, and I'll throw rotten vegetables at him and tell him he's disgusting. And then if anyone ever calls me a racist, I go, oh, really? Is that why I completely eviscerated Nicholas Fuentes on my show? Is that a racist? I fight racists. I destroy them. And I tell them they're disgusting. So what's he, like, he's not trying to change Nick's mind or have a serious debate. He's just there to insult him, to cover his own ass. Now, the great thing about this interview is Nick's clearly aware of that. So he does that thing everyone does where you take the most hyperbolic thing I've ever said, like, these bitches need to shut up. And then you say, so no woman in the world should ever be allowed to speak. Right? You take the hyperbole literally and then you throw it back in their face. So the dumbest thing you can do, and we've been doing this for decades, is go, no. No, the context of that was I was saying sometimes, women get involved in politics and they're overly emotional. I'm not saying women shouldn't have the right to speak. But Nick isn't doing that. He just goes, yeah, that's what I said and it's true. Which totally kills the whipping. It's almost like you're in the stocks and they're throwing rotten food at you and you're eating it because it's delicious. He killed the whole thing. So here's some theatrical highlights from that. Here he is saying it's not complicated. This is like his worst thing he's ever said, apparently.
This is where you talk about Jews, women, and blacks. Let's just take a listen.
They're always coming up with, no, it's not the Jews. No, it's not women. No, it's not blacks. It's actually really complicated. No, it fucking isn't at all. Jews are running society. Women need to shut the fuck up. Blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part. And we would live in paradise. It's that simple.
Okay.
Would
you like to clarify what you meant there?
That's all true.
Okay,
that's
pause. So you know what Piers is saying there? He's shooting at Nick's feet and saying, dance, bitch, dance. And I used to do that. I would dance. I'd be like, no. Proud Boys are a multiracial group, and there's black guys and gay guys and Jews, and blah, blah, blah. And now I just go, yeah, sure, whatever.
100% true. Everything I said in that clip is true.
Including that blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
Yeah. Yes.
This is where you...
Yeah. Yes. Why do you do this? So I think Piers is getting really frustrated because he's probably used to dealing with Gen Xers and boomers who are naive and they generally want the truth out there. But millennials and Zoomers, they're just like, yeah, I've seen how this works, and you don't give a vampire a vial of your blood to satiate him. Then he just wants more. So you're not having any of my blood.
I talk seriously about the
Do you
Holocaust?
think? Yeah, I do actually. I mean, I do because I just find it extraordinary that you would think the Holocaust could ever be something that we could joke about.
Why, too soon? I talk seriously.
I mean, and I obviously think the Holocaust is very bad. I think Hitler is a jerk. 2 thumbs down. I never thought he was cool. But when you harp on one particular genocide and at the same time smile at the Mao tote bag that professor is wearing, when Mao killed more than 10 times what Hitler did, or there's Stalin, who cut maybe 5 times, half of what Mao did, right? Mao was 80 million, Stalin was 40 million. Pretty bad. Let's talk about those guys. So what you do when you just harp on one guy is you piss young people off, and then they just want to flip it on you and say, yeah, I like that thing. So that's what they do with racism now. I don't think these Zoomers are genuinely racist, but when you say you're racist their whole lives, they go, yeah, I am. I love it. It's great. I'm in the Klan. And it takes the power away from the accuser. But all you're doing is just wrecking shit. I'm talking to the old people now. Like I know I've told you this 100 times, but my kids' school, they did Romeo and Romeo, and they did Juliet and Juliet. Gays are 1% of the population. And I do think you're born gay. Now, the jocks of the school, they go, oh, Shakespeare. Oh, he does those gay plays? Okay. I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to fag bash him. But I don't like Shakespeare. That's not my cup of tea. I'm not into gay stuff. and then they show them The Outsiders, right? And it's a musical, and there's black guys, and they're all hugging on the front of the poster for the play, the musical. And they're like, oh, S.E. Hinton, The Outsiders, that's like a gay musical? Okay, I'm not into that. Fantastic young adult book, The Outsiders. So that's ruined. And, you know, you've ruined classic literature, modern literature, young adult literature by making it gay. And it's like you want a kid to eat his medicine, so you rub it all over his favorite food. Well, you just wrecked the food now. If you put cough syrup all over my McDonald's quarter pounder, I don't want it anymore. And you do it enough, and I never order McDonald's again. So that's what they've done. They've created a golem. Anyway, let's look at a couple more highlights from this shit show of peers trying to make someone dance. Dance, bitch. And the school marm tone, too. Do you care to apologize for what you've done? You want to apologize to me and everyone else? It's just like Sydney Sweeney when they go, I'm going to give you a chance to explain yourself. Fuck you.
But then she did just capitulate recently.
What?
She capitulated the other day.
Yeah, sort of. I can't hear you, by the way.
Okay.
I hear your voice.
Yep. All right.
Can people at home hear you?
I think so. Yeah, I can hear myself in the headphones.
Well, let's hear another.
How do they feel when you say you just want to be away from any black people, walk away from them?
Well, you know what Ye told me? I'll tell you verbatim what he said. He said, so you use the N-word. I said, yeah. He goes, well, when niggas are being niggas. I said, so true. That's so true. So they feel like they're in complete agreement with me.
What does that mean?
It means that even black people know how black people can behave. Even black people understand it.
So how do they feel when
He really very fucking a monster.
Basically, you're just a misogynist old dinosaur, aren't you? For a young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm the boomer. I know I'm the boomer here, but actually, you're a 27-year-old dinosaur, aren't you? Aren't you, Nick Fuentes? All women. I am. All women are annoying.
He never
all
said
women
that.
grow old. They all get fat. Says the guy. Have you ever had sex?
No, absolutely not.
Hey, stop.
Says the guy who's never got.
This is a dumb own. He's all over the map. So he's calling him an old person. Old people, like my grandfather, they didn't like Hitler, moron. And then you didn't have sex outside of marriage. Yeah, he's a devout Catholic. You dunce. It's not cool. He's not trying to be the Fonz. Like, he's not in a band. He's a far-right political commentator who is a devout Catholic and is saving himself for marriage, because that's what the book says to do. Did you cut that clip early?
No, he just had 1 second of...
Well, maybe that's not a... That didn't have Hitler is very fucking a monster?
Not that one.
Shit, maybe I didn't get the right one. Here, Nick is talking about Pierce doxing his dad. I guess Pierce said Nick's dad's name, and his profession, which is like such a low blow, especially when, again, a murderer came to his house and killed his neighbor's dogs.
He caught me off guard. That was so shitty what he did with my father. Because he knows what he's doing. He says he doxed my dad too. He says my father's name and then says, oh, your dad's racist and this is his name. That was low. And everyone knows what he was doing there. Everybody knows. And now you put a target on my dad. I hope you know that. So I hope you're happy with yourself. And that is out of line, actually. Family should be off limits. I'm in the arena. You want to call me a racist? I'm the one doing the show.
You know what's funny? Just pause for a sec. All these people on their high horse about Scott Adams saying he doesn't want to live near African-American people of color, and Nick saying the same thing, is Piers Morgan lives in he's got a home in Britain and a home in the States. They're both in the whitest possible areas. And that's the irony of these self-righteous lefties. They pay $50,000 a year in property tax to get away from people of color. And then they lament how homogenous their neighborhood is and wish there was more people of color. And what they mean is Denzel Washington or I think I know why. What's his name again? Ta-Nehisi Coates. Yeah, that's who they want in their neighborhood. Yeah. They want him to have elbow patches, listen to NPR, have a tweed jacket, and a little sweater vest.
I got to ditch the YouTube stream because I think it's affecting the censored stream.
Oh, okay. So, bye, guys. We're going to look at one or two more highlights. Then we're going to go behind the paywall. And I think I'm going to stop doing these free shows. I don't like them. I don't like worrying about swearing and how things could be misconstrued. And, ooh, the sword of Damocles is hanging over your head if you play music and don't explain the context. Nah, that's not why we do this. We do this to be free. Ironically, we have to hide to be free. So we're officially going to hide. And until next time, get fired, get in trouble, be brave, and to never stop fighting. All right, so what's this one?
This is the doxing his dad.
Okay.
Not political. So that's the only part that did bother me, because that is bullshit. And I won't get mad. You can attack me all you want. I don't care. But, my father, leave him out of it. He's a civilian. And that was low. I mean, you should know better than that. You're on television. You've got 1 million.
And what does Nick do now? Attack Piers' daughter? Like, you want to bring families into this? It goes both ways, right?
Twitter, you're a major celebrity. You're naming a random private person. And he knows that he's inciting political attacks on my dad and my family and my parents' fucking livelihood.
And
my
pause.
parents
Just a reminder here that, remember the movie Silenced by Tommy Robinson? It's on our site now. And it was about this rumor, this fake story, that a Syrian refugee child was waterboarded. And Tommy explained, no, the kid was a fucking nightmare. He was